Yes, my people. Oh, I hope everyone's having a lovely day. So this is like a new, I wouldn't say series, but there's now a section in the Discord when you have a losing trade and you would like for me to analyze it. Please just remember to put the date and the time on when you entered, and obviously the chart pair, so that way I can actually go back and basically go find it. So this is a members chart in the group. So obviously they've had SBS 1, 2, 3, price swept, and it now looks like they've entered at the low of this. Okay, and then the vein for 1 to 1, and then they've got stopped out. Okay, cool. So just take another glance, you guys. Okay. So this is it right now. This is it right now. And then if you go to the 1 hour to see what's going on. So look. Okay, 1 hour. You go to the 5 minute, see what's going on. You could say 5 minute were internally bearish. You could even say we're bearish. So yeah. So in terms of what he was looking for, his bias ain't completely wrong, because this is a good 5 minute zone. You know, you had 1, 2, 3 price swept. So it ain't wrong. You know, so just from that I can tell his bias was correct. I wouldn't say correct, but his bias was right in terms of what he was looking for. So one of the reasons why I used a higher time frame instead of just the 1 minute chart, because it's easier to get caught up in the 1 minute mess. So obviously we had 1, 2, 3, obviously price swept 4, 5. So now that we've had SBS, if I just take out my, so now that we've had SBS, we also have this imbalance in here, or fair value gap, as some of you might call it. Don't really care, but yeah. So we've had this imbalance here. So technically, price should, what's it called? Tap into this and respect it. But can you see how we've already mitigated the 50%? So I don't know if you guys can see that line. We've already mitigated 50%. You see that? And then what happened? We started to continue down, and then we traded below the lows that we came from, but we did not candle close. So technically, you could almost say that was a liquidity grab. Technically, yeah. So normally when that happens, what do you know happens? We tend to run the high, and obviously that's what's happened. We've ran the high. Um, I'm just gonna remove this imbalance because we've already mitigated 50% at the time of this. So technically, the last place that price should want to tap into will be here. So initially, I would like for price to tap into this, and then I will start seeing how price reacts from here. In terms of 618, we've already mitigated the 61.8 area. So okay, so now that we've actually tapped this area here, this is where you guys need to pay attention. When we go to the 1 minute, I don't know if I started it. Okay, so look, when I go back to his chart, price never ever flipped bearish. I mean, it did here. So if we're looking at things from a structure point of view, we had a low, a high, a higher low, higher high, and look, we failed to take out this low. If I'm correct, no, we've closed below this low. So look, we closed below this low. So that's the first flip. So remember what I always say: we want to flip and followed by a bust to confirm that price is actually going to go back to the downside. So if that's the case, price should what? Take out these lows, and that wasn't the case. And look what's happened. Price has continued higher. You could even say that you had an SBS here, because remember, there's trades both ways. But I would have probably taken this. But we just let price play out. Again, we haven't had a flip. Okay, so look, we've created this high. We've created. Oh, sorry for the. Yeah, so we've created this high. We took out the low. See that? So what do I want now? I want to confirm boss, and I want us for price to be below the SMAs. If we let price play out, we don't get that. So we mitigate higher. So now we've had this here. So now technically I would like for these lows to get taken out. We don't get that. We had a new boss here. These lows would like to be getting taken out. We don't get that. Price continues higher. And these are my little lows. But now look, we've closed above the zone. So can you see how just by following structure, you don't get yourself cooked, you know? You become patient, you know? Because there's no flip that price actually wants to go the other way. You know, yes, if you entered off the 618 mechanically, yes, you do lose the trade, but these are some of the things that are going to happen. These are some of the things that are going to happen. And you could also say that we never really had a trend. I mean, you could say we had a trend line break here, but either way, either way, we was above the SMA. So I wouldn't have taken this I wouldn't have even tried to take a trade within here, because this wouldn't have made sense, you know. Hence why we follow the SMAs and we follow structure. But yeah, that's it for this. What's it called? I hope that helps. If you have any questions, just let me know and I can make another video. Thank you. Bye. Oh yeah, victory belongs to the most tenacious. Hope to see you guys again. Ciao.